Right, hello and welcome to your slow flow practice for today. Just watching people join in here. I trust that you can see and hear me. My name is Guy Friswell, he, him, coming to you from the traditional territories of the Songhees and Esquimalt peoples on the west coast of Canada. And I'm very much a traditionalist in my views of yoga. So I view yoga as a return to wholeness and a return to stillness, and tend to offer my practices from that perspective. So today, moving slowly, moving with our breath, and with an intention to come to a place of stillness by the end of our practice. Hi Marie, thank you for that affirmation. All is well. As usual, all of these offerings are by donation, so if you do find from this practice that there's some sort of value or benefit to you, your donations are more than gladly accepted and will be used to both further these offerings, make them better in quality, and also be shared with local charities here. So, with all that, let's come to a comfortable seat, a comfortable place. Hello, Robin. So sitting nice and tall, so your tailbone sinking down, your spine rising up. And as you find that sort of tall but comfortable seat, take a big inhale and a long exhale and close your eyes and just settle in here. You're allowing your attention, your awareness to sink more deeply into the base of your body, to feel the connections of this body of yours with the ground, with the earth. Feel a gentle sense of growing up from the ground and softly breathing. Noticing the gentle movements of your belly, your ribs, your whole body indeed, as you breathe. And I'd like to start our practice with a little mudita practice, gratitude practice. So placing your hands in a place that's comfortable for you, perhaps at the heart, perhaps on the legs, whatever works. I'll say 3 phrases. I'll just say them one time. You can repeat them to yourself however you like. I am grateful for this life that I have been given. I am grateful for this opportunity to slow down. I'm grateful for this moment and this breath. Let your hands release down. Take a big inhale as you open your eyes, reach your arms up overhead. And a long exhale as you sigh. And welcome once again to your slow flow yoga practice. Really great to have you here. From your seat, simply come forwards onto your hands and knees into a tabletop position. So fingers spread nice and wide, knees about hip width apart. Just go in a little bit of a circle around your knees. Maybe you kick your legs out a little bit, just get rid of any kind of compression that may have happened from seated. Go one way, go the other way. And then from there, a couple cat-cow breaths just to wake up our spine. As you're inhaling, lift your head, lift your tail, drop your belly, you're gazing forwards. And as you exhale, round, tuck your chin, bring your pelvis more forwards, and really press into the mat with your hands. As you inhale, long, slow, full inhale as you lift your head, your tail, and exhale, rounding, pressing the mat, even tugging on the tops of your feet. One more time, inhale to lengthen and lift. And exhale to round and press
Feel that lovely opening through the back of your spine. As you inhale, come to neutral pause. Tuck your toes at the back. Move your bum to your heels, maybe your hands slide back a little bit. And then from there, press through your hands and your toes enough your knees start to pop off the mat. And then just let your bum go up and back as your head goes down. Your knees can be deeply bent. And just paddle the legs out. So a nice easy downward dog. Just paddling your legs to sense into a bit of a stretch in the backs of your legs, one side, the other side. And then walk yourself up the mat. Just drape yourself at the top of your mat, knees a little bent, head relaxed. Give it a little shiggle, give it a little shake. Decompress your neck. And then as you inhale, come about halfway up. And as you exhale, fold, bend your knees, let your head relax. Do that again. Inhale, half lifting. And exhale, folding, bend your knees. This time, inhale, half lift. Bring your hands to your hips. And as you exhale, stand up. Exhale. And then as you arrive in standing, take a big inhale. Reach your arms up overhead. And exhale, palms face down. Just wash your hands down the front of your body. Let's do that again. Nice big inhale, 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 inhale. Hands, palms face down. Exhale, exhale, exhale. One more time, just centering ourselves here. Inhale, hands all the way up. And exhale, palms come all the way down. Bring your heels to touch and turn your toes out. So heels touching, toes out, sort of in a V shape here. Really squeeze your inner thighs, your heels together. As you inhale, lift your hands overhead and lift your heels from the mat, but try to squeeze them towards one another. As you exhale, bring your hands down and your heels back down. Lots of wobbling is pretty normal here, so don't beat yourself up. Inhale, heels lift, feel the transfer of weight to your big toe mounds. And exhale, hands come down. Heels down. One more time. Inhale, hands up, heels up. Squeeze your heels towards one another. And exhale, hands down, heels down. Nicely done. Now from the big toe mounts, pivot your heels out, your toes in. And this time as you inhale, drop your knees down until they just touch, feeling a significant stretch through the front and the back of the calves and the shins. Inhale, come back up. Good. Inhale, sit down, knees touch. Spine nice and tall. Exhale, rise up. And one more time. Inhale, knees down, they touch, the weight slightly forwards. And exhale, rise back up. Now pivot on your heels, turn your toes out even more, so your feet are sort of V'd out. As you inhale, sit down as far as is reasonable for you, hands overhead. And then exhale, rise back up. Two more just like that. Inhaling, sitting down. Exhale, rising up. Waking up our legs, getting things moving. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Hands on your hips. Step your feet together. Nice and firmly together. We'll move through some movements of the spine now. Inhale your hands overhead. Interlace your fingers. You can point your index finger if you like. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side bend to your right. A little bit of a pull with your right hand. So it's more stretching the left side of your body. Inhale, up. Exhale, sway over to your left as your hips move to the right. Good. Inhale, up. Exhale, over. Welcome to whomever's joining. I can't quite see. Inhale, up. Exhale, over. And one more time. Inhale, up. Exhale, over to the right. Give it a big pull. So really feel that sense of length through the left side of the torso. And then last one, inhale up and exhale over to the left, feeling the right side of the body. Inhale back up and exhale, hands come down to the sides of your body. We'll do forwards and backwards rolling of the spine, so forward bend and backward bend. Inhale your hands overhead, interlace all your fingers, and then press your palms up towards the ceiling. You may want to watch the first one, maybe not, we'll see. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, take a bit of a back bend. Press your hands away from you. And then inhale, come up. Now tuck your chin, bend your knees, and fold forwards, rolling down, but send your hands way away from you. Inhale to standing. Exhale to back bend. Hips forwards, bum squeezes. Inhale up. Exhale, roll down your spine, bend your knees. Inhale up. Exhale back. And last one, inhale up. And exhale, roll down your spine. From here, inhale all the way up to standing. And right away as you exhale, release your hands, palms face up, as you turn to the right and look out to your right hand. Inhale your hands overhead as you gaze forwards. Exhale, twist left, palms face up, and look over your left shoulder. A bit of a twist for your spine. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, twist right, look over the right shoulder. And inhale up, and exhale, twist left. We'll add a little variation for our very last one. Inhale, hands up, interlace your fingers, press your palms face up. Now, keeping your palms overhead, twist your spine so you're looking over to the right. And keeping this twist in the spine, inhale, reach up tall, and exhale, add a little bit of a back bend so your hips might sway a bit to the right. Oh yeah, that's juicy. Inhale up, exhale, twist all the way to the left. And then inhale, reach up, exhale, back bend. Oh yeah, that's nice. Inhale up, and exhale, relax it all back down. Step your feet about hip width apart, the inner edges of your feet parallel to the ground. And then as you inhale, sit down and bring your arms parallel to the ground. So it is called chair pose or Utkatasana in Sanskrit. Your hands are reaching forward, your bum sticking out. And there's a little bit of a back bend happening in your spine. Take a big inhale and exhale, fold the rest of the way forwards. Inhale to a half lift. Bring your hands to your hips. Exhale, stand up. We'll move right into a half Surya Namaskar. Inhale your hands overhead. And exhale, bring your hands down. So it's a 6-part movement. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold forwards as you bend your knees. Inhale, half lift, hands to hips. Exhale, stand up. Inhale, hands overhead as you fill up. And exhale, hands down to your heart as you center. One more time, Surya Namaskar, or Ardha Surya Namaskar. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold forwards. Ardha means half. Surya, sun. Inhale, lengthen, hands to hips. Exhale, stand up. And then inhale, fill all the way up. And exhale, bring your hands down and through. Let's take one more cleansing breath, trying to stay present, trying to stay calm. Inhale, hands up. And exhale, wash your hands down. We'll move through a few lunges now. Inhale your hands overhead. And exhale, fold all the way forwards. Inhale to lengthen, half lift. And here as you exhale, bend your knees until you can get your hands on the mat. Step your right leg back, a long step with your right toes tucked, and then drop your right knee down to the mat. Feel nice and confident with the
the knee and the front foot. If the back knee is a little bit cranky, put a pillow or something underneath there. Inhale your hands up overhead. Stabilize, find this lunge. So sense of your left hip moving back, right hip moving forwards. Take a big inhale, take a bit of a back bend. As you exhale, lean forwards, lift your back knee and flare your hands, a leaning lunge. And then as you inhale, knee down, hands up. Again, inhale, back bend. Exhale, lean forwards, lift your back knee, flare your hands, gaze forwards. And then inhale, knee down, and exhale, settle. One more time. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, lean forwards, lift your back knee. Working our legs. Inhale, knee back down. And this time, hands all the way to the mat. Pause right here. Take your right hand and slide it off your mat a little bit, maybe up on your fingertips, moving into some twists here. Now you can do this with your back knee lifted for more challenge, or your back knee drop down. I'll keep my knee down. As you inhale, lift your left hand up. As you exhale, swoop that left hand underneath your right armpit. Just swoop through and take a bit of a twist. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach up towards the sky, the ceiling. Exhale, swoop through. And again, inhale up. And exhale, swoop through. Nice. Inhale, hands up. And exhale, both hands to the mat, just framing your front foot. One more movement like this. Inhale back to the lunge. Come all the way up, hands overhead. Now as you exhale, turn to your left. Bring your right hand outside your left knee, left hand to your low back. Again, you can do this with your back knee lifted if you want, but certainly not necessary. The focus is more on a nice spinal rotation, belly drawn in, look over your shoulder. Excellent. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, hands to the mat. Lift your back knee and straighten your front leg as best you can. Maybe your toes lift of the left leg, creating a bit of a runner's stretch now on the back of that left leg. And then simply step to the top of the mat. Half lift. Exhale, fold. Oh yeah. Inhale, half lift again, hands to hips. Exhale, rise up. Inhale, fill up. And exhale, wash your hands down. One more cleansing breath, just like that. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands come down. Lunging on the other side, here we go. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold all the way forwards. Inhale, lengthen, half lift. Exhale, bend your knees till your hands plant. Left leg back, left toes tucked, left knee down to the mat. Inhale, arms overhead, and pause to sense into a sense of squaring your hips, left hip back, right hip forwards. Back toes are nicely tucked. Big inhale, bit of a back bend. And then exhale, lean forwards, lift your back knee, chest forwards, gaze forwards. Inhale, knee down, hands up. Exhale, settle. Inhale, back bending. Exhale, lean forwards, lift your back knee, flare it forwards. Inhale, knee down, hands up. Exhale, settle. One more time, just like that, you've got it. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, lean forwards, lift your back knee. And then inhale, knee down, hands up. And exhale, hands all the way down to the mat. The twisting lunge, again, back knee can be lifted or descended, whichever works for you. Maybe some kind of support under the knee if it's kind of cranky. Left hand off your mat. I like to be up on my fingertips, I find that a bit easier. And then inhale, right hand up, feel that twist. And exhale, right hand swoops underneath your left armpit, adding a bit of a rotation of the spine. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach through. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach through. Nice, we'll transition. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, both hands to the mat, framing your front foot. Stabilize, come back up to the lunge, the kneeling lunge. As you exhale, left hand outside the right knee, right hand to your low back, a supported twist, belly draws in, looking over your right shoulder. Find that easy rhythmic breath if you can. It's all about finding calmness of breath even through these movements. Inhale, hands overhead, and exhale, hands to the mat, back toes are tucked, lift your back knee, and try to straighten your front leg as much as possible. Maybe you lift the toes of your right leg and really fire up the muscles of the right leg to get a really functional stretch there. And the muscles might even be quivering a little bit. Mine are. That's a good sign. It's all good. And then inhale, step forwards, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, stand up. And then inhale, fill up. And exhale, integrate. One more integrating breath. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. So slowly, slowly we're flowing with our breath. Hands on your hips. We'll focus on a bit of balancing now. Balance on your left foot. Bring your right knee up. Hold on to your right knee with your right hand. I want to pull that knee up as high as you can and then flex your right toes back up. So your heel drives down, toes back up towards your knee. That's option one. I'll show you from the side. Probably good for most of us. Option two would be to grab the big toe or the baby toe and send your legs out straight. But whichever works for you. Holding the knee or the foot then, take your leg or your knee out to the right as high and as wide as you can, keeping that right foot nice and active. Keeping that knee there, take your left hand and make chin mudra with the thumb and the first finger of the left hand, and send that left hand out to the left, palm face up. And we're trying to get lots of distance between that right knee and the left hand. If you need something more juicy, look at your left hand. I don't think I dare to do it today. I'm feeling a bit wobbly. Then bring your hand back to your hip, knee forwards, foot down, shake it off a little bit. Challenging our balance. Balance on your right foot, bring your left knee up, hold your left knee with your left hand. Draw it up nice and high, nice and active with your left foot, so it's not just sloppily lazy there. Toes back towards you. You could grab the big toe, send your leg out straight, or the baby toe side, whichever works. And then either the foot or the knee out to the side, keeping the knee nice and high and wide and active in the hip. Chin mudra with the right hand out the side, palm face up. And again, always somewhere else you could go. You could gaze out towards the right and try to put lots of distance between your right hand and your left knee. And wobbling will happen. That's a good thing. Means your new neural pathways are being built. Gaze forwards, hand to hip, knee forwards, foot down. Shake it off. One more balance each side. Left foot stays where it is, right knee comes up. This time hold your right knee with your left hand or the baby toe edge of your right foot, send your leg out straight, that's an option. And then take your right hand into that chin mudra, palm face up, send it behind you,
So as you draw the right knee across your body, you're also trying to look back towards your right hand. A bit more of an internal rotation of the hip. And then gaze forwards, hand to hip, foot down. If you fall down, whatevs. It's only yoga. That's good. Other side, right foot stays, left knee up. Right hand holds the left knee or the foot, whichever way you like. And then take that left hand into chin mudras and the left hand back behind you. And maybe you look to the back hand, maybe not. All of these things challenging our proprioception, our balance, all very good for us. And the hip, let go of the knee or the foot, foot down, shake it off. Turn to face the long edge of your mat. So standing roughly in the middle of your mat. Bend your knees and jump your feet apart. Boom. Toes turn slightly in, heels turn slightly out. And it should be a comfortably wide step. Bring your arms up parallel to the ground, palms face down. Pivot on your right heel, so lift your right toes, pivot on your right heel, bend your right knee, sink down. Your torso should be nice and upright. If it feels like you're leaning forwards, you probably got too big a step, shorten your step a little bit. And now, turn your palms to face the long edge of your mat, so thumbs up, take a big inhale. As you exhale, simply move your arms, that's all we're moving here. Right hand down, left hand up. Now begin to slide down your inner thigh with that arm until your elbow roughly meets the knee. And the top hand is up towards the ceiling. You're pressing your forearm against your knee against your forearm. Quite strong pose, a variation on extended side angle here. Nice. Inhale back, up, straighten your front leg. Pivot on your right heel so your toes are turned in. Pivot on your left heel. Bend your left knee. Torso's nice and upright. Turn your palms so your thumbs are pointing to the ceiling. And left hand down, right hand up. Slide down your inner thigh till your forearm meets your knee. Put pressure between those points and maybe even look up towards your top hand. Find that lovely sense of effort, or effortless effort is what we're going for. Figure that one out. Inhale back, straighten your front leg, pivot on your heel, bend your knees, and inhale, jump, hands overhead, feet together. Exhale, hands down. Effortless effort would be that you are nicely structured in the pose, but also able to breathe. So it's both well structured and comfortable. That's what we're looking for. Hands on your hips, bend your knees, jump your feet apart again. Toes turned in, heels turned out. Bring your hands up, parallel to the ground. Pivot on your right heel, bend your right knee, sink down. Torso's nice and erect. And from here, just turn your neck and gaze out over your second finger. Trying to keep your gaze, your eyes square, so your head's not tipping one side or the other. Eyes are square. Or as my mother used to say, get your head on straight. Nice. Exalted warrior. Turn your right hand up. Inhale, right hand up, left hand to the back leg. Feel that lovely sense of extension through the right side of your torso. Then inhale back, warrior two, straighten your front leg, pivot on your right heel, pivot on your left heel, bend your left knee. Arms parallel to the ground, torso upright, turn just your head, gaze to the left, chest nice and proud, belly drawn in. Warrior two, eyes square. It's hard to tell if your eyes are square, but see if you can figure that out. And that exalted warrior, left palm turns up, inhale left hand up, right hand to the back leg, extension through your left rib cage, yum. Inhale back, warrior two, straighten your front leg, pivot on your heel, little bend in your knees, inhale, jump your feet together, hands overhead, exhale, hands come down. Keep your hands on your hips. Just step your feet apart this time. Toes turn slightly inwards. Take a big inhale and exhale. Dive from way below your belly button. So chest forwards, chest forwards, chest forwards, fold forwards, fold forwards, fold forwards. Let your head drop down and just dangle there. Trying to keep a nice sense of engagement through the backs of your legs. Your hands could be just in front of you. It could be so your fingertips and toe tips are lined up, or you could even be holding on to your foot or your ankle somewhere and drawing your elbows towards your shins as you try to bring your forehead to the ground, folding forwards. Wide leg forward fold, this is called. Give it a bit of a tug. And then inhale to a half lift. Exhale, pause. Bring your hands to your hips, and here we'll inhale to stand up. Exhale to pause. Bend your knees, jump your feet together, and go side to side a couple of times. Feet just comfortably apart, settling things before we go down to the ground. Imagine you're standing in a nice warm pool of water just up to about your belly button. Your palms just touching the surface of the water. Just gliding your hands on the water, backwards and forwards. Relax through your knees. Just letting everything soften. Nice. And then inhale, hands overhead. And exhale, wash your hands down to your hips. Step to the back of your mat. Take a big inhale. And exhale, fold all the way forwards. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, walk forwards. And simply lie down. Knees down, feet flat. Lie all the way down. Keep your chin where it is. Keep your hands where they are. Inhale to Cobra. So send your heart forwards, pelvis down. Elbows gather. Exhale down. Do that again. Inhale, lifting your torso. Squeeze your elbows in. Exhale down. And one more. Inhale, Cobra. And exhale, come down. Place your left ear on the mat, look to the right, and bring your hands beside your bum, palms face up. So just lay on the floor, gazing to the right. Take a couple breaths, really relax. And then place your right ear on the mat, look to the left, balance out the twist in your neck. Nice. And then chin on your mat, hands come forwards again. Push up to your hands and knees. Take your knees even wider and push back to child's pose, hands forwards, head down. Creating a bit of traction in your spine. I like to have my hands quite far forwards, my bum far back, and just sink into your breath. Letting everything settle. And then slowly, slowly walk your hands back in towards you as you come to a seated position. And from this seat, bring your knees together, your feet together as best you can. Half tortoise pose. Inhale your hands up overhead. And as you exhale, bring your arms roughly parallel to the ground and your hands sort of like tiger claws. So, tiger claws. Reach forward strongly as you fold forwards. Bring your fingertips only to the ground. Just fingertips. Walk them as far forwards as you can. Keep your wrists up, your elbows up, and then just let your head drop down. Your head may or may not touch the mat. But keep those elbows lifted, wrists lifted, creating a nice sense of traction through the spinal column. Oh yeah, that's juicy. At least in this body it is. And then slowly, slowly sit back up. Fall to one side or the other and swing your legs out front. And here we'll bring your right foot in. So right knee is just outside the left, or right foot outside the left knee. And there's a gap between your ankle and your knee. Inhale your arms overhead and exhale, fold towards your right foot. This is the beginning of a pose called Marichyasana. So you could be holding your ankle or your foot or the mat, just folding forwards. There's a bind there if you want. You can roll your right thumb under so that your right elbow hooks onto your right shin, and then reach your left hand behind. If you hold your hands behind your back, then sit up and twist a bit more. That's a little bit more challenging, I would say, for most bodies. Nice. And then slowly begin to sit up. Drop your right knee down and place your right foot onto your inner upper thigh. Janu Shushasana. Inhale your hands overhead. Exhale, fold towards your left foot again. This time let your forehead move towards your knee, rounding your upper back. Nice. And then inhale, sit up, arms overhead. And exhale, hand down and right leg extends. Bring your left foot in. So your ankle and knee are side by side, but there's a gap there. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold over top of your right leg. Maybe you hold the foot and give it a bit of a pull. Maybe you hold your shin. Maybe you just drape there. Or that bind that I showed you, your left thumb rolls under. You can wrap your elbow around your shin. Reach your right hand behind. May or may not grab your hand. And then sit up and twist a bit more. Oh yeah. And then slowly, slowly unwind. Place your left foot to your inner upper thigh. Reach up tall and fold forwards again. Reach for your right foot or shin or mat and bring your forehead towards your right knee. Try not to grit your teeth. Your mouth is not involved in the pose. Just saying. Nice. And then slowly, slowly rise back up. Send both legs out front. Place your hands behind you. And then walk both feet in so your knees are bent. Hands behind you, whatever way is supportive for you. And then just lift your bum up. Reverse table. Let your head drop back. And be a little bit funky, a little bit of movement. Just dissipating any kind of tension through the front of the body. And then drop your bum down and lie down on your mat. Oh yeah. As you come onto your mat, keep your feet lifted, take your knees for a little bit of a circle. I like to hold on to each knee with the same side hand. Go one direction and then go the opposite direction. Nice. And now place your feet on the mat. Walk your feet in until you can just touch your heels with your fingertips. The bridge pose. Bend your arms 90 degrees so your palms face one another across the body. Robot arms, they're called. Lift your bum off the mat. Press with your elbows and your feet. Even try to press with your feet so much it feels like you're pressing your shoulders up and away from you. Now you can stay right here, or you could interlace your fingers under your back and tuck one shoulder, tuck the other shoulder under and lift your chest a bit more. Or you could even come onto your tippy toes and get even more front side extension. Whichever feels good. Doing what's right for your body, not some idealized external form. Just do what's right for you. To come out, feet flat, hands and shoulders release, spine releases down, and flip-flop your knees side to side a couple of times. Send both arms, both legs up towards the sky, the ceiling, and lazily roll your wrists and your ankles. Maybe you shake them, whatever feels good, dissipating any kind of residual tensions in the body by shaking. This is what, animals do this when they're traumatized. They'll go and shake like crazy, get rid of whatever's going on, and then feet down, knees bent. Shift your hips a little bit to the left, drop your knees to the right. Taking a bit of a twist here now at the end of the practice. Send your left arm out to the side, palm face up, and gaze to the left. Really relax into your twist. Relax your facial features. Soften your upper back. Slow down your breath. I'm holding my knees down with my right hand. That might be helpful. Slow breathing. Integrating the effects of your practice in your body. And then slowly unwind. Coming back to a neutral position, pause in a neutral, knees still bent. And then shift your hips a little bit to the right as your knees drop to the left. Extend your right hand, look to the right, palm face up. Left hand might hold your knees down. And again, breathing, slow, easy, rhythmic breaths. This whole practice is, I would say, a return to wholeness. Bringing together all the different aspects of ourselves. Body, mind, heart, breath. Reintegrating ourselves as this living, breathing, loving creature that we are. Back to wholeness. And then when you're ready, we'll slowly unwind. Extend your legs nice and long. Your feet flopping open. Your hands beside the side of your body, palms face up. Chin a little bit tucked. Eyes closed. And feeling the rhythm of your breathing at the tip of your nose. A very vigilant awareness at the tip of your nose. Allowing your breath to do what your breath needs to do. It could be long, it could be short, it could be one side or the other. Just watching your breath at the tip of your nose. And from this place, continuing to lie there, place one hand on your belly, one hand on your upper chest. We'll conclude our practice
with a few loving kindness phrases, just as we began with mudita, ending with metta. I'll say the phrase just one time. You can repeat it to yourself. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well within my body, my mind, and my heart. May I meet each moment of my life with acceptance and presence. And may I be peaceful and at ease. Release your hands down, take a nice big inhale. And a long exhale to sigh. And thank you so much, my worldwide friends, for sharing your practice along with me today. It's really great to have you here, and an honor for me to be able to guide you in this really rich and nourishing practice. Have a great day. I'll stay online for a few minutes here. Accept any questions, comments, suggestions. Thank you. And as always, if you did find some value or benefit to the practice, your donations are really graciously accepted and welcomed and will be used purposefully. I'm glad that worked for you, Kitty. Wonderful. I'll be back. I'm here every Tuesday and Thursday at this time. So here on, what day is it today? Is it Tuesday? I'll be back on Thursday. And then again next week. So if you are finding a resonance with what I'm offering, I will be here. And if you look at my profile on Insight Timer, you can learn a bit more about me there. Thank you, Jess. So nice to have you here. Thank you, Marie. So appreciate the support. And if there was anything that sort of arose for you as useful, you said something about 17 minutes last week. Do you recall what that was? Yes, Robin. I said that Savasana was ideally about 17 minutes long. The idea is that really allows our nervous system to settle, to integrate fully. So we tend to be fairly active at the best of times. So if you can actually have a long and purposeful Savasana, it's more or less like a meditation. The whole body systems settle into, I guess, your parasympathetic nervous system. That's the idea, Robin. Hopefully that makes sense. Thanks for trying, Valerie. I never know how this stuff works. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm grateful to have you here. Ultimately, I'm getting a bit gray and a bit old, and so questions of purpose of one's life comes up, and part of my purpose is to share this lovely practice with as many people as I can. So I'm certainly glad you were here, Valerie. All right. So hope to see you again sometime soon, everyone. My donation also don't pop up. Okay, Nicole, that's cool. Yeah, 17 minutes meditation, Robin, that's totally good. Yeah, I've now got a nice solid meditation practice. I started around 6 minutes of meditation every day, moved to 12, and now I'm around about 18 minutes a day, and I feel it's a perfect amount to just get me nicely settled and integrated before I go about my day. Thank you, Lee. All right, everyone. Have a beautiful day. We'll see you again soon.